urgent. The pattern has broken through the structural trend line. Will it close on the weekly? We have to talk about why that is significant. And I have must-see evidence as to why I don't think we'll see a significant break and prolonged period before a nice break up. In fact, I think the move is going to happen much quicker. So much data I have to go into why I think that is the case. Boy, is it getting itchy down there, and I don't think it has anything to do with crypto. Wow, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this Sunday, December 15th, 2019, guys. We have so much to go over today. Very excited. As I said in the last video, I thought it would be the last time that we were inside that triangle, and boy, we were right. We are no longer within this triangle, guys. We are no longer within this triangle, within the structure above this bottom purple market structure line, guys. Wow, so exciting. I cannot wait to get into this for you guys. And another thing that I'm very excited to talk about is the difference between these patterns and why this pattern is so much more bullish, guys. There's about 3 different ways to look at this pattern and why each one of them is bullish. However, one of them would take a little bit longer to be bullish. And according to my calculations, that length could even only extend maybe like another 2 weeks. So it isn't even really that long for it to be bullish. So wow, very exciting stuff. So guys, buckle into your seats, put the plugs in, whatever you need to do to get excited, and let's just turn on and tune in. Guys, before we really jump into the episode, if you're new, we have about 2 weeks till we're doing this brand new treasure giveaway. All you have to do is leave a comment below. But as well, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, ding that bell, and tell your sister she's looking fine today, guys. Let's get into the data. So if we really zoom in to this chart, what we were talking about on the last video, okay, we made the video about 2 days ago. We were within this triangle still, okay? So the bottom of this, well, it's a bad triangle. The bottom of this market structure, which is that purple line right here, this very thick purple line you guys see right there, within this channel and within this. So this triangle, now we've broken out of that. And we talked about this possibility, so we really have to cover why that's important and what the next move is, guys. This was option 2 from the last video, really exciting stuff. So what's going on now still, as you can see actually from this, we're still in between the middle channel of this descending channel here, okay? We're still within that, so you can see that line there. And guys, really, if you take a close look on this, all of these lines are actually, it's actually, again, every day, every time I make a video, I come on and say how insane the fact that these lines have just lined up perfectly. The patterns are literally just obeying these lines, okay? So, I mean, what I mean by that is clearly you see the wicks and the closes on this line here. Look at this, 1, 2, 3. Right here we have 1, 2, 3 closes above, but the wicks have come all the way down to this line, and currently we had a close right on the bottom of that, but we did wick a little below it. It did wick a little below it, and currently we're actually still in the middle of it, guys. So these lines, to me, I mean, if you don't have these lines on the chart, you might as well be playing hopscotch because you're not looking at the crypto charts. Wow, guys, and another thing as well, I do see a lot of people talk about, you can't just draw lines and expect to know where crypto goes. Guys, that is absolutely true. However, these lines are like the secret textbook, the little cheat sheet. The kid in class who gave you the secret answers, that's what this is, guys. He's not always right, but sometimes you'll get caught and kicked out of class. So right now we're looking at a scenario, okay? That scenario potentially involves a little bit of a pullback before a massive move up. And what I want to say about that, again, that is just this descending, that is this falling wedge. This falling wedge here is the bottom line of it right here. Here is the top, and you see it coming together right here, guys. So all in this area here. So we have about a week or 2 before we reach like the climax of this. Again, it could break out at any time, but it has to break out before then, okay? But now we have something critical here. We're still within this golden pocket, okay, between the 618 and the 0.65, the 0.618 and the 0.65, which is this green line and this yellow line. So this, you see the whole channel going across my screen here. I'll just give it a circle if you don't see what I'm talking about. So we're still within that, but that also, we're mainly abiding by this structural trend line right here more than anything, because that's where we've been hugging for about 2 or 3 weeks now, okay? So I mean, that is essentially within a day or two it'll be the same as at the bottom of this pocket, so these will be the same within a day or two. You can see that there. But either way, we have that coming with the top of this. So guys, this is a very small area. This only gives us about 3 or 4 days before we have to see a move out of this, okay? So keep that in mind. And then if that were to play out, we would have 2 options, okay? What I think would be a pullback to the bottom of this, and again, a massive break. And do we have evidence for that? Do we have evidence for hitting the bottom of the falling wedge and breaking out? Well, look at this, guys. Wow, looks like somebody already had this prepared. Look at this, classic falling wedge, okay? And since we're already on this topic, let's talk about what else could be going on, okay? We have a falling wedge, okay? You see that? Falling wedge patterns, very bullish pattern, okay? We have a descending channel, okay? Clearly what we've also been a part of, I'll give you a big zoom out so you can see that, this massive structure right here, okay, part of that as well. And again, I don't think we're really in a bull flag, but that essentially is also the same as a descending channel, basically very similar. The only thing you really need is the pull for that to really be valid. So again, these are all very bullish patterns, very bullish. And I want to get back to the TA there specifically, but something I really do want to divert your attention to very quickly is something I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and why I think we're not going to have the culmination of a pattern, a breakdown, and then more months until we have a breakout. That's why I don't, basically all that's saying is I don't think we're going to be in the pattern, say this is the pattern here, and then a massive breakdown similar to this. I'm going to tell you why I don't think that's the case at all. Okay, so I see some people, I see this across the space. I see people drawing descending triangles, guys. Drawing descending triangles like this. Okay, this is a textbook, in my opinion, descending triangle. All of 2018, this was the descending triangle here. Okay, and then it broke down just like a descending triangle. Now, one thing you notice about a descending triangle is that from the beginning, you have touches on the bottom that cement that it's a descending triangle. Within a month of this pattern forming, after reading the top, a month later, we had a touch here, okay? And if you were a genius, if you were some kind of mystic or a psychic, you could have said, wow, this might be the bottom of this pattern, which if you knew, you'd have to wait another like 10 months, but then it actually was, and then it broke out. So this was the first touch right here. And then all of this time, it traded within that, it tested it literally dozens of times, and then it broke out. But one thing you see is that we have touches to confirm this pattern. You cannot draw this line right here unless you have actual touches there. Okay, guys? So what I'm saying, this pattern we're in is not a descending triangle, which I see people saying. We don't have a single touch, okay? If we were to draw that to this, okay, this be a descending triangle, how could this, on no planet is this a descending triangle. Do we have any touches in here? Do we have anything? Not only do we have nothing here, we have nothing even all the way up here, okay? Let's say we were trying to do this prematurely and we said, we go back a few months and we were saying, oh, this is a giant descending triangle. How? Let's say we're doing it back here. We can't. There's no touches here, okay? That's not a descending triangle. There's nothing to form that structure, guys. Super important there. And again, this is pretty much common sense for most people, but I just think it's crazy that this theory, this bonkers bananas, wow, let me out of the insane asylum theory, guys. Where the heck is the evidence? What are you watching, Cartoon Network all day? You throwing bananas around? You just playing with cucumbers all day, guys? No, it doesn't make any sense, okay? So we don't have any touches here, guys. This is a clear descending channel. And again, it could have been a bear flag. Again, I think it extended on way too long. You see the potential pull there, and the flag is just way too long. But again, a descending channel is still bullish. And within that descending channel, we have this, okay? We have the falling wedge. Very bullish pattern there. So that's what we're focusing on at this point. Whoa! Whoa! Let's get this crypto, guys. Super exciting stuff. So really, again, let's zoom into the actual patterns and see what's actually going on and see what these possibilities are. So we are in, and I can't say this lightly, we are in a critical area. This is so important. This is potentially one of the most important patterns of our lives. Things could not even be crazier if you wanted them to be. Okay, so again, we are within this mini little pattern right here. It's just consolidated so much. Let me draw that a little bit better. It's hard to do it with a mouse. I wish I had like a touchpad. So we're in this little pattern right here, essentially this right here, guys. And look at this, so many lines really culminating right here. But again, these lines are valid. You draw these lines. I've had these on here for weeks and they keep touching. I had these lines drawn on before we had any of these touches. And as you can see, guys, as you can see with your little eyes, as you can spy, you can see that these lines have been a force to be reckoned with, okay? This is the master data. This is the stuff George Washington, Bill Clinton would be paying you $1 billion to see, guys. This is the stuff this is where trillionaires are made. The first ever trillionaire was made using these charts, okay, guys? So keep that in mind. And today, Sundays are typically dumpier days, but today, I mean, the candle's up a few hundred. I mean, about 100 or so. It's not that significant, but the more important thing is that we're still trading within this pattern here. And guys, again, two scenarios I need you to be prepared for. A breakdown to that 66, 65 is nothing bad at all. That is a setup. That is what we call a setup. That is what we call preparation. Now again, keep in mind, it is significant that we have broken this trend line. But as I've been saying, for weeks now, we need a significant lengthy close below this for it to really signify anything. And even if it does, I think that would make the bounce back even higher because it is so structurally important. I think the market just wants to be above that line. The next option, because I'll do two more. One you really might not like to hear, but guys, it is my duty as the leader of Tyler TA, Technicalities Without the Technical Analysis, to tell you this and give you this information. The next option is that we have a break even before that, okay? We don't even necessarily go to these levels, although I do think the move would be a lot stronger and healthier if we did go to those levels, guys. So I'm kind of hoping that we do have a little bit more downside within the next few days, okay, before that massive move. Because, guys, we were talking about that massive move today. We have not received that massive, massive move that we're waiting for. And when I say massive move, I'm really talking about a massive move. I'm talking about one of these bad boys, okay? Some of these moves are nice. We're getting some movement in the market, but I want to see a massive one. Okay, we want to see volume declining, which the volume has declined, guys. The volume is still going down, so keep that in mind. Very important. We want to see diminishing volume and then a big pump, a big daddy pump. Wow, look how big that was. And then, okay, so we had the two scenarios, but then I want to talk about another scenario. Okay, the least likely in my opinion, but I feel it is my responsibility to give the people all of the data that we work so hard for. So the first one, let me draw them on the screen for you here. We get something like this. We could even go a little below this line. These lines are very important. These could be broken, but again, still makes it very valid for a breakup. So that's one. Okay, we have option two kind of right here, two bullish scenarios. Okay, so we have one, we have two. But then I want to draw your attention to number three. If we would break out of this, now guys, this is a falling wedge out of a descending channel. So again, I think it's very unlikely. And I actually want to zoom out to kind of paint this picture for you guys. It just would not make sense in my opinion. It wouldn't even be this drastic actually, because I think it would abide by this very long trend that we've been in. If it did break out of that, guys, long term or even midterm, all I think that would do is make the bounce way stronger and way higher. So either way you look at any of this stuff, all I'm getting is bullish signals. A lot of the people have been talking about the longs. Why haven't they been liquidated? Why haven't we had a big drop? That is a great question. Everyone is aware of those longs, which in my opinion makes them less likely to really have a negative impact on the market. A lot of things going on. We have to keep in mind the manipulation, and the manipulation is definitely toying with those longs. Very interesting atmosphere right now. And guys, I just think we only have 10 days. We only have actually a week or two until Christmas, and I just think these things are we're going to have a crazy Christmas. Things are going to get crazy very, very soon. It literally could be any day as these patterns consolidate more and more into these very tight patterns like we see here, okay? We also have that pattern here. So if nothing happens within this period here, then within this pattern here, again, I think they have to absolutely within this time period here. Again, guys, this is only a week. December 22nd, roughly. It's only a week, okay? Right on the summer or the winter solstice, right on December 21st, right here, okay? Very important date in history, guys. Check it out. Right here. Let me draw a straight line. Oh, man, this mouse. Come on, let's get you straight, bad boy. Yeah, look at that. So, guys, very important stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. These things are getting heated up like a casserole in an oven. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next update. These things are just getting crazy. Wow, make sure to follow me on Twitter. Check out the links in the bio, guys. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.